Prime Minister Narendra Modi shall be arriving in the Netherlands on Friday on the second leg of his five-nation tour. During his stay in Netherlands, the Prime Minister will hold bilateral talks with the Dutch Prime Minister. He shall also be calling on the King and the Queen of the Netherlands. Why is this visit significant? To talk about that, I have the Ambassador of India to the Netherlands, Kumar Tuhin. Sir, thank you very much for speaking to DD India. What is the significance of this visit?
The visit of Prime Minister Modi to the Netherlands, it carries quite a lot of significance, both symbolically and also substantively. If you see, this is the first European stop in his five-nation tour, and it therefore indicates the great amount of importance that we attach to the Netherlands at this juncture. Also, Prime Minister Modi will be visiting the Netherlands for the second time, first visit being in 2017. So this visit is coming after 9 years. But this visit is coming at a time when the bilateral relations are poised for a really positive and upward trajectory, and also our relations with the EU is witnessing significant momentum, especially in the wake of the historic India-EU FTA. Also, this visit comes early in the tenure of the new government in the Netherlands, and therefore this will provide a very good opportunity for the both leaders to review the relationship, take a stock of where we stand, consolidate some of the gains, and also chart a new path for the future. So overall, I would say that this visit actually reaffirms the importance that we have actually for our ties with the Netherlands. And at the highest level, at the political level, this will be a time for reaffirming our ties with the Netherlands and our partnership with this country.
Ambassador Tuhin, if we were to talk about specific sectors, what sectors could come up for discussions?
Of course, in a discussion at this level, the leaders are open to discussing all topics. I would assume that apart from the traditional areas such as trade and investment, and also we have the priority sectors like water, agriculture and health, the two leaders will also discuss new and emerging areas. And I would include here, say, for example, semiconductors, sustainable energy, clean energy, green hydrogen, defense, and so on. So these are some of the areas where both leaders will touch upon. And in the last few years especially, our ties in some of these growing domains have really moved forward with a lot of speed. So both leaders, again, they can review and they can give us new direction how to move forward in these sectors.
Ambassador Tuhin, there is a strategic partnership in the area of water management. Could we see some forward movement on that, providing strategic direction to the relationship?
Absolutely. And in fact, if you see, Netherlands is a country which everybody knows this is on an average several meters below the sea level, and therefore in terms of innovative water technology, water management, this country is home to a large number of companies which are renowned worldwide. After the 2021 virtual summit between the two countries, we had established a strategic partnership in the area of water. There is also a joint working group which is working in this sector. Already Dutch companies and lot of entities are active in India in terms of Namami Gange, in terms of flood control. In fact, if you see the entire range of water technologies, because they are expert in dealing with, for example, too much water, too little water, dirty water, and in fact India with our own issues in that sector in terms of the stress that we see in water availability, etc. This is a really very strong partnership. So I would assume that when the leaders meet, they will be able to discuss the overall progress, I think, which is taking place under the strategic partnership, but also decide on what new areas and what new projects I think we can do to further reinforce this partnership with them, which is really mutually complementary.
Ambassador, in the field of semiconductors, you briefly touched upon that. What sort of forward movement could we expect during the visit?
We spoke about, of course, the innovative sectors of cooperation, and semiconductor remains one of the very high priority areas. In fact, Netherlands possesses one of the most advanced semiconductor ecosystems in the world. And you have also seen how our own government also is prioritizing this sector in terms of several new factories and production facilities have been now announced. And therefore, I see a great amount of synergy and overlap between our own priorities and our focus. Last year, both countries, we signed an MOU on semiconductor and related technologies. I should also mention to you that earlier this year, in the month of January, our Minister of Electronics and IT visited this country, and we discussed how we can again synergize our focus and our cooperation. Also in the AI summit which happened in India, the Dutch Prime Minister himself he visited, and that can give you a peep into how important they consider India to be. Apart from this, some Dutch companies are present in India in a very strong manner. They have design houses in India where Indian talent and Indian professionals, they are contributing to it. So overall, I think there is a very strong foundation, but there is so much more to do, so much more to go. And therefore, I would again expect that during the visit, the leadership will discuss on new innovative ways and how to bring both government as well as private ecosystems of both countries together so that we can benefit mutually each other.
When it comes to Netherlands, clean energy, green hydrogen, the kind of technology infrastructure that exists here, what kind of cooperation can we envisage between the two countries?
So, under the strategic leg, we also envisage a stronger cooperation in the area of clean energy, and which will fit very well both with what the Netherlands already has and also in terms of our own government priorities. We have already committed to a net zero commitment by a certain date. We are also undertaking a very strong program of clean energy transition in India. Netherlands again is home to a large number of companies which are world renowned in this sector. So I would assume again that this is a very strong area where we can work together. In the area of, for example, green hydrogen, now we are giving a lot of importance, and a number of production facilities have come up in India. In EU and in Netherlands, this is already at a little more advanced stage. So therefore, how we can again leverage each other's facilities, and also whether we are able to bring some of the green hydrogen from India into Europe through Rotterdam, that could be again examined, considered. We also have some of the professionals in India who especially who are doing work in IITs and other premier institutions. We are also tying them up with some other permanent institutions here in Netherlands, and I think this will also become a topic for cooperation and also strengthening cooperation. I should also remind here that Netherlands is a member of the International Solar Alliance. They are also a member of CBRI. India is also one of the convening members of the Global Commission on Adaptation, which is here. So we already have a strong foundation. There is a complementary need and strength. So I think stage is all set for taking off to new heights.
Mostly we talk about trade and investment. Where do we stand, and what do you see the way forward, and what could be achieved at this visit? Also, the fillip it could get because of the India-EU FTA.
This is again a very happy topic for me to speak about, because India-Netherlands trade and investment ties are very strong. In fact, the strength of our ties is sometimes not really properly understood, I think, in India. In terms of the merchandise exports, this is the second largest export destination in Europe, merchandise exports, what I'm talking about. Also, in terms of investments, about $50 billion plus investment have come from Netherlands into India. About $26 billion have come from India into Netherlands. More than 300 companies from Netherlands are present in India, including top names like you say Philips and Signify and AkzoNobel, KLM and so on. Similarly, top Indian companies are also present here. Given this, now that we also have the framework of India-EU FTA in place, and also given the special role of Rotterdam as a gateway to Europe, I think that our trade and investment ties, economic ties with Netherlands are only going to be up and up from this point onwards.
Cooperation in diverse fields, security, defense, water management, agriculture, as the ambassador was saying, IT, semiconductors will come up for discussions. So in that sense, this is truly going to be a historic visit. Ambassador Kumar Tuhin, thank you very much for speaking to DD India.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.